Hi guys, welcome to Sheria. Sheria is a platform that aims to educate the ordinary mwananchi about the law so that we can equip and empower you. So on today's episode, we are going to continue on the series we started about matters pertaining to land. Very sensitive topic. A brief recap, we said when you're buying land in Kenya, make sure it goes through 4 major stages. The pre-contractual stage, where before you sign anything or pay any money, you're doing your due diligence. After the pre-contractual stage, we are moving to the contractual stage, where you're signing the sale agreement, mnakubaliana, when I'm paying the money, the documents, the rights, the duties, etc. After that, we move to the contract completion stage. So at the contract completion stage, we are bringing the relevant documents. You as the buyer, you're coming with the money, the balance of the purchase price. Then the vendor, the seller, is coming with the title documents. This is what we're calling completion. After that, we move to registration. And then we said after registration, we don't celebrate. We do a post-completion search. So now today, I want to expound a bit on the pre-contractual stage, also known as due diligence, how you want to investigate title to make sure you're not being conned. This is Nairobi. The title is valid, the property is valid, etc. So that is what we're calling due diligence. Someone has approached you and they want to sell property, or you want to buy land. What is the first thing you need to do? Get a copy of a title document. It's a red flag if someone can't give you a title of a copy document, or a copy of a title, because why are they hiding it? It's not the original, it's just the copy. You want to get a copy so that you do a search. You can do a search if the property is online on Ardhi Sasa, very straightforward, or you can go and physically do the search at the relevant land registry. However, I'd advise you to get a professional. Why is that? Because once you get a search, you might not be able to interpret everything on this document. A professional will tell you, hey, this is the search. This person wants to sell you this property, but there's something known as a charge that is on the property, meaning akona loan from the bank. So me as a professional or any other professional will interpret this and tell you, this property is prime property, but kuna vile, there's a charge on the property. So any entry that is on the title document at the registry, the search is supposed to show you. So once you get the search, you're supposed to interpret all this document. Another type of entry that you could be looking out for is what we call a caution. So what is a caution? This is a third party who's claiming some sort of interest on this property. So you can imagine, you paid deposit, and then someone else is claiming this property. You don't want the headache of going to court and just dealing with these issues. So that is why always do a search. Let me tell you, if the deal is too good, think twice. Kenya haishi, land is still present. Prime property is still there. So don't rush to pay deposit before you do any search. Don't pay any money. Don't sign any contract before you do your due diligence. That is the search. So again, like we mentioned, one search you do is at the relevant land registry. Another search that you want to do is you want to go and physically inspect the property. Why do you want to physically inspect the property? One, title inaweza manufacturiwa River Road. And this is Kenya. Corruption is very rampant and real. And land is very sensitive. You don't want to spend your hard-earned money. Could be 500,000, could be 5 million. You don't want to waste it because you did not physically inspect the property and find the property is vacant. And the title, imemanufacturiwa River Road. It could be very, very painful. Just save your time, save your tears, save your resources. Do your due diligence. Physically inspect the property. Also go with a surveyor, especially if it's prime property. You see, there could be instances, the title, imeonyesha vizuri, this is where the property is located, but you're not able to tell if this is property A and property B, especially where the property has not been developed. You want to go, save yourself the heartache of building your retirement home, and then 5 years down the line, someone is saying, you have built on my property. So go with a surveyor. The surveyor will also show you the beacons of the property. You just want to save yourself the time, the energy, and the resources, because this is a commitment. It's like a marriage. You don't get in and then unafika uko mbele unashindwa what is going on. So do your due diligence. Take your time. Again, if the deal is too good, think twice. If they're rushing you, if the vendor is rushing you, think twice. Now, back to searches. We have seen at least to do a search at the relevant land registry using a copy of a title document. Get the results, interpret it with the help of a professional. Then the registry is supposed to issue you with a certificate of official search. The certificate of official search is supposed to be up to date. So if you are doing the search today, the results could be reflecting today. Because remember, something can happen in a span of 2 months, and you'll notice land transactions are not completed in a span of 1 or 2 weeks. It usually takes time, especially because it could be expensive and there could be consents required, there could be approvals required. So make sure your search is up to date. You get the certificate of official search from the registry. Over and above, make sure at the registry, you also do something we call a historical search. A historical search is unaenda unachambua inside the search beyond the normal and find out the root of this title. Could be the current owner is the owner of the property, but the previous owners, maybe they ripped off someone, there was fraud, or the land was riparian land. I can give a painful example of where a certain bypass was being constructed. People had bought land, they had built apartments, and then they were renting. Then years later, the government came. You were just seeing any flats and apartments being demolished in broad daylight, and the people were crying. And you see, the problem is, or unfortunately, the law might not help your search because this was public land, and unfortunately, because you did not do your due diligence, it cannot come and help you. So we're trying to say, don't be in a rush, take your time, do your due diligence. You'd rather do your due diligence, lose out on fraud, lose out on a bit of money, get a professional, as opposed to unafika huko mbele, and then you now want to salvage the situation. You have wasted time, you have wasted resources, you have to go to court, follow up with the vendor. Maybe they have disappeared. If it is a company, maybe they have dissolved and they have ripped you off. So again, when it comes to land, take your time. So I hope I've educated you guys a bit on due diligence. We have seen the major ways of doing a search. Do it at the registry and also do it by physically inspecting the property. That's all for today. Please make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a question, leave it down below and then we'll answer in the next episode. Bye.